Kgetjepe is visiting schools in Vuwani. Schooling was supposed to have resumed today after a 2-week shutdown following violent protests which saw over 20 schools torched. The department wants learning and teaching to resume in the violence-torn area. It's planning to deliver 64 mobile classrooms to accommodate affected pupils. Some children who went to school this morning found their schools locked and abandoned. Yesterday, community members began cleaning some of the vandalized classrooms in preparation for the resumption of teaching today.
We have been making rounds. We've got a number of leadership of government making rounds to ensure that to monitor how did the first day start. We have discovered that in a number of areas there's been cleanup yesterday and some of them in this morning. But yes, indeed, there were pockets of learners that were coming. In some schools, there were a number of teachers who did come. We also did pick up that there's been intimidation in this area just to try and make sure that people don't attend schooling.
Well, let's get an update now on the situation in Vuwani. We're joined by our reporter Mike Maringa, who's been covering this for us. Mike, good afternoon to you. Things haven't gone as smoothly as we had hoped to see today. We've seen children and parents cleaning schools. What's the situation like now?
Good morning to you, Natasha. Look, it's indeed correct that things did not go as planned. When learners arrived at the school, like where we are now, we set Mashau at a school called Vuwani Secondary School. Learners came here as early as 6:30, like they normally do, but to their surprise, when they arrived at the gate, there was one teacher who told them that he received a call from the principal telling them that there is an element of intimidation. She was told that the school must not open today. It is not the only school. I must also indicate that in all the schools that were torched in the 2 weeks ago, none of them is operational today. In some instances, you've got teachers who came, but there are very few learners. In some schools, it's few learners and no teachers. But what they resorted to doing was to try and clean the schools because some classrooms still have rubbles. At Vuwani itself, all the schools are closed, but at Mashau, 13 of them that were touched, nothing is happening, Natasha. Learners have gone back home.
Okay, so Mike, you mentioned those reports of intimidation in the area, and as we've seen, some of the schools remain closed. Tell us about what we've heard from the Education Department.
Yes, it's indeed correct that the Department of Education said they have received confirmations that there were threats made to principals, to teachers, and some learners in the area. The department has worked very hard together with the interministerial team that was led by Minister Mahlobe and Minister Van Rooyen to see to it that there's a conducive environment for learners to attend school starting from today. We must also indicate that the department is planning to bring 74 mobile classrooms in the affected area. But we are not sure if that is going to happen today because they were planning to do that immediately when the schools resume. But that has not happened. Maybe tomorrow morning it will happen, we don't know. But we must also indicate that in the 11 of the 24 touched schools, we've got 2,600 matriculants who we spoke to this morning. They are very worried because they are now lagging behind with their work. If school does not resume now, it is going to be a problem for them because when we woke up this morning, we were talking of 84 hours of learning that they have lost already because of the 2-week protest that we have seen here in this area. Natasha.
All right, Mike, thank you very much for that update. Mike Maringa live from Vuwani on the update of the situation with the schools there.